Hey y'all, Casino Co here. Just chilling at the golf course right now at work, and it's a little bit slow right now. So I thought I might talk to you guys about the new Mattel Dinosaur toys that are coming out for Jurassic World Rebirth pretty soon. So without further ado, let's get started. First, starting off with the Bite and Blast Mosasaurus, I'm glad they're bringing in a new set of creatures for the new movie, because I was really starting to get sick of the 2015 Mosasaurus and Rexy and Blue. And also it changes up the color scheme a little bit to give us some newer color schemes, so we're not just collecting blue Mosasaurs over and over again. I like the green color scheme and I like the black striping on it a lot. It looks really neat. And apparently this thing's hooked up with a new action figure where if you cram an action feature, whereas if you cram a action figure down its neck, you can click a button on the back of it and it'll fire it out of its mouth, which I think is a real neat action feature. Now here we have the new Spinosaurus toy for the upcoming Jurassic World Rebirth movie. Now, I all know what you're wondering. What do I think of the new design they're using for the movie? And honestly, I wouldn't care if they used the same one from Jurassic Park 3 or if they updated the design in whatever way they wanted to. For me, it's just another day, another Spinosaurus. Although, I do hope we get to see the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus at least once in the movie. However, I do like that it looks different from Mattel's other Spinosaurus toys, because I was really getting sick of collecting the same sculpt over and over and over again. So this is a nice change of pace. I like the yellow paint on the back, and I like that the toe claws are painted. And from what I've seen from a YouTube video, apparently if you click a button on the back of the figure, it will thrash its head and tail around, replicating a kind of swimming motion, which I think is a neat action feature. I like this sculpt on this figure a lot, and I can't wait to see it in the film. Here we have Mattel's next T-Rex for the upcoming film, and my god am I thankful it's not the same pasty old brown that we're used to. I was really getting sick of that. That's why I'm glad they're bringing in a fresh new set of dinosaurs, because with Rexy being the only T-Rex, after a while Mattel would just cook up a T-Rex like every month and it'd be the same old pasty brown, and I'd hate it. Because in your collection, all the T-Rexes would look the same exact thing. Now sure, this T-Rex still shares the same sculpt as the other T-Rexes in Mattel's lines, but at least it's a different color differentiating it from the different T-Rexes. Now personally, what do I think of this T-Rex toy as of this image? I mean, this looks like another T-Rex toy to add to Mattel's long line of T-Rex toys to me. I think the gray color scheme looks great, but I mean, it's just another T-Rex toy. Here we have the only figure that I'm going to be purchasing from the line. What, you think I was going to buy them all? No, I don't got money or time for that anymore. Yeah, anyways, I think this Quetzalcoatlus looks absolutely fan-flippin-tastic. I mean, look at how those wings fold. Usually with the Mattel toys, this pterosaur can actually stand on all fours as well. This is the first time we see this with any pterosaur toy in the Jurassic line. Usually their wings are just splayed outward so that you can't fold them. But these pterosaur, this Quetzalcoatlus model has the ability to fold in its wings. This is revolutionary for the Jurassic toy line. Finally, we have a pterosaur toy that can fold in its wings and stand on all fours. And not to mention, I think the blue color scheme is absolutely stunning, leagues ahead of the previous Quetzalcoatlus toy we got for the Jurassic World Dominion line. If you look closely at the chest, you can see the speaker on its chest, which means that this dinosaur toy is going to have a sound-activated action feature. So yeah, expect to see a review of this figure when it comes out on my YouTube channel. I mean, I would be more excited for the Titanosaurus toy, but I mean, Mattel has already cranked out like 20 of them for the other lines. So I mean, like, how do people even have room in their homes for these? These sauropod toys are like 8 feet long every single time. There's no room for them anywhere. I think the Titanosaurus looks great and all, with its orange frills and black neck and all, but where am I gonna put it? I already own the Legacy Collection Brachiosaurus. If I were to get this thing, all the room in my house would be taken up. I would have to live in like one of those woodland mansions from Minecraft in order to have enough room in my house for all the sauropod toys Mattel has made. But yeah, I mean, great action figure. So nice to be back at home. Hello, everyone. Got back from work. Now I'm back at my house, and it's a beautiful start of another morning. So let's see, where did I leave off? Oh, yeah, the super colossal Mosasaurus. Now, I gotta admit, they've milked the crap out of the super colossal line. They come out with a new figure every line for the super colossal range. I mean, how do people even have room in their homes for the same thing I touched earlier with the Titanosaurus last night? How did people even have room in their houses for all these things? But yeah, I think the super colossal Mosasaurus looks great. It packed in a lot more detail than they did with the smaller figure. I remember when the super colossal T-Rex first came out, everyone was shocked by it. It was the biggest Jurassic figure that we had up to that point. But after again and again and again and again, the novelty just sort of runs down a little bit. I bet you they make a lot of money off of these super colossal figures, but the novelty of it just isn't there anymore because they've done it so many times. In my opinion, if they wanted to still maintain the novelty of it, instead of doing a super colossal figure every toy line, they would do it every film release instead, as kind of like a celebration for the film coming out. But that's just my opinion. This is, however, the first time we are getting a super colossal figure of a marine animal, so that's really neat, really cool. Otherwise, yeah, it just looks like another great super colossal figure for Mattel to add on to their onslaught. Here's Mattel's new super colossal T-Rex they're coming out for the film. The novelty of it is kind of worn off a little bit since they already repainted this figure 2 times before this one, but who knows, it could be different. It looks like they gave it a different head sculpt maybe, and the neck looks like it might be articulated. I know the original super colossal T-Rex had a seam around the neck, but it wasn't articulated. Who knows though, they might have finally put a joint in the neck here. But yeah, I mean, it's another super colossal T-Rex. I like the gray color scheme a lot. Differentiates it from the browns and greens that we're used to, like I said earlier, and yeah, looks cool. Now here we have Matchbox creating another boat toy with the Mosasaurus, and this kind of reminds me of that one boat toy they made that came with the not the great white, but the shark, and had like the little boat that would slide out of the side of it. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But as you can see on the back, it has a hook feature and a lot of missiles. And this honestly looks like a great toy. It looks like people could get a lot of playability out of it. I like the small little Mosasaurus. For the new film, they seem to be really going hard on the Mosasaurus. It seems like it's going to be a big attraction in the film. But yeah, it looks like a great toy that can get a lot of playability out of it. Here we have Lego's upcoming brick-built Mosasaurus. I mean, what do you want me to say about it? It's a Mosasaurus made out of Lego bricks. Looks like a fun build. Looks like it'd be a lot of fun to build. Then again, you can't really get that much detail with Legos. I mean, I've seen some sets that have gotten a lot of detail out of them. But yeah, the Mosasaurus looks pretty decent. Looks all right. Looks like it's going to be a fun build. Here we have Lego's upcoming Titanosaurus, and this time it's not entirely brick built, thank God. And yeah, it looks good. I'm glad Lego's really adding more sauropods to their Lego line. Their only sauropod as of so far, I think, is their Brachiosaurus that came with the introduction to Jurassic Park Lego set. So yeah, the Titanosaurus looks great, and I'm glad LEGO's adding it to their onslaught of LEGOs. Here we have LEGO's upcoming Lego Spinosaurus. Looks great. People are getting really hyped for this figure because apparently there hasn't been a Lego Spinosaurus before, which honestly was quite surprising to me that this is the first time we're getting a Lego Spinosaurus. I like the browns on it. I like the brown underbelly, and yeah, it just looks like a great Lego dinosaur. Here we have the T-Rex, Spinosaurus, and Mosasaurus on display at New York Comic-Con, I'm assuming. And if that's what it is, I might be wrong. And I gotta say, they all look great. The T-Rex looks really cool. The Spinosaurus looks cool, and the Mosasaurus looks cool. It's really cool seeing them next to each other so that we can get the size range of the figures and how big they're gonna be. So yeah, I'm really excited for these three to come out, and I bet they're gonna be a great addition to the Mattel Jurassic series. Now, to be real with you, I don't really know what this thing is. I don't really know what it does. I don't even know what this species is, but apparently it's supposed to do something like this. Now, this looks like a really fun gimmick, but I don't really know what they're planning with this figure because it's going to be out of size range with the other figures. Maybe they're just trying to appeal to a younger audience, but I don't really know what they're doing because if I was like a 6-year-old and I saw that thing, I'd go for the big T-Rex instead rather than the baby dinosaur. But I don't know, I'm just glad they're trying out new things with the line. It's good to, try new things and differentiate the figures so that it's just not the same thing over and over again. But still, I don't really know what they're thinking. Anyways, next figure. Here we have a really creative idea from Mattel. It's a T-Rex head, and inside of the T-Rex head, there's a little playset inside with a bunch of little dinosaurs so you can recreate the action scenes from the movie. I think this is a really innovative idea. It looks like a lot of fun. As you can see, they put a lot of detailing into the landscaping of it with the beautiful waterfalls and the skeleton. And yeah, it looks like another great toy for Mattel to add onto their onslaught of dinosaur toys. Now here we have sort of the same thing, but with the Spinosaurus instead. I mean, nothing really remarkable here, except for the little Mosasaurus on the bottom and all the little Spinosaurus toys on it. But overall, it's just kind of sort of the same thing as the T-Rex head. So, nothing really new or exciting here. Just another beautiful set to add to Mattel's onslaught of dinosaur toys. Next image. Now, if you're a fan of Roleplay, you're really going to like these ones. These are some Spinosaurus claws, I think, which look really cool, really detailed. They got all the skin folds in there and everything. And yeah, they're Spinosaurus claws. They look really interesting. Hope they're a lot more comfortable to wear than the Velociraptor claws, which I do own. Here we have a Spinosaurus mask. I noticed they do these masks a lot when new movies come out, and I wish they did them more often because they're really cool. They have like a little strap on the bottom for your chin, and whenever you open up your mouth, the mask opens up its mouth as well. So that's a really cool gimmick. So yeah, I wish they start doing these masks more often, but I can't wait to see what they do with them. During the release of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I remember they released this Velociraptor blue mask that made noises whenever you opened your mouth in it. And this T-Rex mask seems to be mimicking the same thing, except its eyes blink and close as well. And it seems like you can get a really lifelike cosplay out of this mask if that's what you like doing, cosplays. Overall, it looks like a great product and another great addition to Mattel's fine collection of toys on their onslaught. Again, I don't know what the species is supposed to be of, but hey, it looks cool. It's another mask that they're adding to their collection of masks, and I can't wait to see what the species looks like in the film if it's important enough to get its own mask. Here we have the Velociraptor for the new movie, as well as a new vehicle. The Velociraptor is really reminiscent of the Jurassic Park 3 Velociraptors, which I quite like the Jurassic Park 3 Raptors, so I'm happy about that. And also I'm glad we're getting a new vehicle, because you can really have a lot of fun with those, and they really put a lot of gimmicks into those. So it's a lot of fun to trash them with your big dinosaur toys. I always liked the big vehicles. My favorite one was the Isla Sorna capture pack, but this one really looks great as well. I like the red color scheme and the kind of tannish colors. It's really reminiscent of those original Jurassic Park colors right there. Here we have Mattel's level 40 Indominus Rex they're making for the Jurassic World Legacy Collection. Now, I don't know why they're making it for the Legacy Collection, saying that this figure is based off of the 2015 Indominus Rex, which is part of the modern Jurassic World series, but hey, it looks really cool. Back in 2015 or 2016, Hasbro made their own hybrid, part of their hybrid line. They made their own level 40 Indominus Rex based off of Jurassic World the game. In Jurassic World the game, if you max out the Indominus Rex to its highest level, it will have red spikes all over it and stuff, which is what I think they're basing this toy off of. However, Hasbro made their own version of it in 2016, and I'm really glad Mattel's making a redo of this figure because it really needed it. So yeah, it looks great, and I can't wait to see it in person. Also, I hear it has real feel skin and can swallow action figures, which I think is really neat. It's nice that they're diversifying it and really embracing the 93 collection aesthetic with the rubber real feel dinosaurs. I hope it's not like the Demon Carnotaurus though, where it just makes a sound effect and doesn't have any other action figure than it's just a rubber dinosaur toy, because that wasn't really that cool. Next up, we have the Imaginext Mosasaurus. I never really was a fan of the Imaginext line. The designs always came off as really childish to me. Then again, it is a toy line specifically designed for younger audiences, so that's not really surprising. But my question is, why did they make the Mosasaurus orange? Because in the rest of the toy line, it's notoriously green. Whatever. Anyways, on to the next toy. Here we have a set that is similar to the Tyrannosaurus / Spinosaurus head from earlier. As you can see, we have a beautiful water display in the mouth, and yeah, it's a lot like the heads from earlier, just another play set with a bunch of little dinosaurs in it. Nothing too remarkable, just adding some more diversity to their head play set line that they're starting. However, if we do zoom into the Mosasaur head, we can see a little D-Rex in its mouth, which if you don't know what the D-Rex is, in the trailer, we saw this new disgusting looking hybrid amalgamate. I'm not really a big fan of it. It looks kind of out of place, in the Jurassic line. The Indominus Rex kind of stuck in with the rest of the dinosaurs pretty well, since it still kind of looks like the dinosaur. This thing looks like it would fit more in the Aliens series, but hey, they need to change it up a little bit. But still, they have so many hybrids they could have chose from. They could have used the Ultimasaurus, they could have used the Spinoraptor. So it kind of frustrates me that they create this new alien abomination that is really out of place in the rest of the Jurassic franchise. Whatever. It still looks sort of neat though. And as you can see here, we have a little action figure of it in the Mosasaurus playset. Looks like a neat action figure. It fits in with the rest of their mystery mini line. And yeah. I would like to give a big shout out to Jurassic Collectibles and Marco Makes, because I got all of the pictures from those two YouTube channels, so thank you guys for that. Alright, that's going to have to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed going over the upcoming toys for the new movie coming out soon as much as I did. And please like and subscribe, because if you don't, I'm going to send my buddy Thomas to your house, and I sure know you wouldn't like that. Bye-bye.